Love Story of Mike and Maria, number 2. Today we are going to study how they first met. And before we do that, let's study some vocabulary. Regular customer is a customer who buys products or services from a business frequently or often. Regular customer. Petite. Petite means small and thin in an attractive way. So you use this word to a woman. She's petite or something is petite. It means it's small and thin in an attractive way. Subpar means below average or below what is expected. Fidget means to make continuous small movements without meaning to. For example, because you're nervous or bored. She was caught off guard. It means she was surprised because she didn't expect something to hear to see. She was caught off guard. And finally, why? As an adverb, it means the reason. Why are you doing this? Something like that. But as an exclamation, it means to express surprise or sometimes even anger. Regular customer, petite, subpar, fidget. She was caught off guard. Why?
Mike and Maria were both in their late 20s and were from a middle-class background. Mike had met Maria at a coffee shop when he was 22 years old. Maria was working at the coffee shop at the time, and Mike was a regular customer who always stopped by to get his morning coffee before work. Mike had long noticed Maria and had been planning on asking her out on a date. This was not so easy for Mike to do. He was quite the shy guy, and seeing Maria always made him feel a little nervous. Maria was the most beautiful person Mike had ever seen. Maria had light skin and long brown hair. She also had blue eyes and a petite nose. Mike felt like he was not handsome enough for her. Mike also had light skin. He had short black hair and brown eyes. He was not unattractive, but seeing Maria sure made him feel subpar. One morning, as Mike was waiting in line to get his morning coffee, he decided that today was the day. He was tired of waiting around for something to happen. He knew Maria would never ask him, so he might as well be the one. He was going to ask Maria out on a date. It was now or never, he thought. Mike fidgeted as he waited in line, thinking of what words to say to her. He rehearsed it in his head and decided on what to say. Thankfully, the line for the coffee was long. This gave him plenty of time to think it through. He wanted it to be perfect. First impressions, after all, are long-lasting. He made his plan. He would first start by introducing himself, and then have a bit of small talk with her. The line moved forward, and soon it was his turn to order. He walked up to the counter.
Good morning. How are you today, sir?
Fine, thank you. How are you? Mike smiled nice and big.
A little sleepy, but I'm all right. Thank you for asking. What will it be for you today?
Mike hesitated a little. He looked behind him to see if there was anyone else waiting in line. Luckily, there was no one. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mike Smith. What's your name? Mike reached his hand out to her. She looked at his hand and then shook it cautiously. She was caught off guard.
Hi, my name is Maria. Have I seen you before? You look awfully familiar.
I'm a regular at this coffee shop. I come here every morning before work. You really don't recognize me?
No, I'm sorry. I see a lot of faces come and go every day. It's kind of hard to keep track of all of them.
That's all right. Don't feel bad. I understand.
Are you going to order anything, Mike? Or is there something else I could help you with?
I wanted to ask you a few questions, if that's all right. Maria smiled. She looked around to see if her boss was around. He was nowhere in sight.
Sure.
How long have you been working here?
It'll be 2 years in October.
How do you like working here?
I don't mind. It's only part-time while I go to college.
You're going to school? That's great.
Why, thank you.
Listen, would you like to go out on a date so we could get to know each other a little more?
Sure. Why not?
Can I have your phone number?
It's 867-5309.
Mike turned around and noticed that there had been a line forming behind him. I'll call you soon. Thank you.